Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, Twitter. How's everybody feeling today?
If you could do SEO smarter and faster. With Wix, you can edit your meta tag.
Okay, so with pound yen, we're looking for the retracement play, so we'll probably wait for this 30-minute candle to close bullish. We'll take a buy. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about clearing my voice chat. I'm like doing like fucking seems like every 5 seconds, but my apologies. I feel like an old dude when I be doing that. I gotta chill out. So we got 30 minutes till this can, or not 30 minutes. Well, uh, I'll say more about like 27 more minutes till this candle closes. That's gonna be NYSE. We're gonna have New York Stock Exchange volume come into the market. So be looking forward to hopefully going to buy pound yen. I'm just marking up my charts here for gold to give a better analysis on what I'm finna do. But in regards to pound yen, if it closes bullish on that support, I would definitely like to take that buy position on the 30-minute candles. I'm not gonna have to. I'm not. I don't feel like waiting for an hourly candle. Doesn't seem very important in this moment. Gold. I'm still marking it up to get my full thoughts on it. I want to get my analysis on it first, and then give my opinion in a little bit. My opinion slash bias. So what's nice about gold right here in this moment in particular, I had checked the higher time frames to see if it's in confluence, but what looks really nice right here about this is that it is closing with not that much of a liquidity wick here on the bottom. We have more of a range wick on top, and we're starting to break this consolidation we have on the left hand side here, and we have it's very important that if this candle does close, we got to close above this resistance here. 1985.52 sounds perfect, to be honest. That'd be a good spot. Honestly, we have relatively clean range. I can't say it's the most clean range, but at the end of the day, we do have very clean range here to the top side. See how big this range was, because that's very important. So it just broke that resistance right there. So I'm trying to find the range so I can understand what it's breaking and if it's almost worth it. So if we take a look here, right about, so we'll just say right about here, right? So yeah, 30 pips. That's all I want to see. As long as it's over 30 pips on a range, it gives us better confirmation if it breaks out of this area that we'll have a continuation and price should sustain continue to the top side. But I will say at this moment we still have 18 minutes left, and this can easy reject, and this could just be a range wick coming up here, and then to later fall back down and close below, or whatever. We'll see what happens, right? But so far, I mean, gold does look pretty nice. Daily's bullish, 4 hours bullish, nearing the resistance. Hourly's bullish. Everything's bullish. And 30 minutes bullish. So pretty cool stuff. So very good. We are starting to close in support. Kind of. I can't say we're starting to close. I mean, we're not halfway even through the candle yet. We still have 17 more minutes, so got a long ways to wait. Just I do like how this is breaking out, and then when NYSE is coming around the corner. I mean, I don't know. Bias might switch to gold here, but we got to see if the parameters even make sense. So about 270. Yeah, so they already make sense. So most likely gonna switch the old bias here. At this point, maybe this closes bullish, but since first part of it was bullish already, I mean, we have a good chance where that bitch is gonna kind of keep doing its thing like that, which is kind of unfortunate. But we'll see how this goes. It just might want to form a liquidity wick, and then once it forms that liquidity wick, we'll push back up for the range wick. Close with a bullish candle. I feel like it's just such an ideal spot. It's the first point where it's gonna be making that retracement play. We just gotta wait for that confirmation. And in regards to this, I am not in this trade yet, but I don't know, to be honest, I'm really looking forward to it. But 12 minutes left in the candle, this has to close above this resistance. So let me actually adjust this correctly. So for me to feel confident, it's got to be at least right here. Right where this entry's at. It's got to be above this resistance. Once it's above that, and it closes above that, I'd be alright with that. So both these positions, I'm looking to stay out of them with how they're trading. Like, this is actually very, 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 very critical to how it's closing. Like, I wouldn't want, like, not saying it's not gonna do it, right? But I feel like everything's probabilities. So when I'm looking at this, if it did close underneath this resistance here, I mean, of course you could buy it and it could just fly straight up because of course it's, NYSE, right? It could even close way down here, right? And it could just shoot right up, hit our overall take profit. But my point to what I'm trying to tell you guys is, I like doing things with confidence. And I feel like when I act on higher probabilities, I have a higher confidence. So with that being said, when I see something like this closing like this, and it's not breaking out of this resistance, at that point it's letting me know just stay out of it. The probability is against me at this point. At this point, it's almost less than a 50% chance, in my opinion, to actually successfully hit the trade, because we have a higher chance of respecting this resistance and then trading back down in the 1980s and stuff like that. I guess around 1980. It's in the 1980s as we speak, but there's something very, very important to this candle. Now, like I said, does it have a higher chance of respecting this if it does close below that resistance? Yes. But with NYSE and New York Stock Exchange volume, it does also have the chance where it just could say, forget this resistance, I don't even care, boom, and it goes right through it. But the thing is, we just don't know, That's the thing about trading. We have to give our best, our best guess, and then from that point we manage risk, so we can then not make trading gambling. It's then a calculated risk, because anybody that says trading is gambling, or that has that type of mindset, clearly is in the middle class or below that, and just doesn't really have a concept of risk management, and that's understandable. You can't blame someone for that, or at least thinking that way or having that thought process, And I'm not knocking it, baby, because you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty much, right in that middle class spot. So I can't even say I can't speak much like, oh, I talk higher, talk sound like I'm trying to talk down. No, I got love for my middle class and everything like that. My lower class, like, we gotta work, we gotta make it happen. But uh, to try and change that lifestyle, just don't get stuck in the idea or have people tell you that this is gambling, because of course you can treat it as gambling. You know, you trade, 6% a position. You know, basically it's over leveraging or holding positions, opening positions like crazy. You know what I'm saying? All those type of things, over trading. That's when it can be gambling, of course. But if you take 1 to 2 trades every day and only risk 3% every day, I mean, if you'd really have to not be studying or wanting to get better to try and blow an account. You know what I mean? There's just too many trades you can have with 1.5% each position. Especially if you only take 1 to 2 trades every day. Like, there's too much experience in that to just mess that up. Let's take a look at pound yen, see how pound yen is forming at this point. So, going back to the bullish, which is kind of cool, but it's very, very weak. So, now this is where it becomes difficult for me, right? We got a weak bullish forming. It's in a prime time spot. We still have an hourly candle that it could just respect. You know, we still have that extra 30 minutes, right? And then we have NYC coming up. So with this close, I mean, that does give me more confidence, right? If I take a look here at gold, gold is just a beast. And when it's looking like this is a pretty bullish candle. It looks like it got a lot of momentum. Everything daily, everything has been bullish. So to be honest, it closes like this. I think I'd rather trade gold. I think there's been too many moments where I've traded pound yen and it just. And I'm not blaming. I'm not making excuses. I mean, I'm taking the wrong position clearly, but at the end of the day, I'm just not trading it how it should be traded. And there's been times with pound yen where, for some reason, it'd be in a perfect position like this, but for some reason, I just be getting ate up at times. We're not saying this is gonna happen. This is still a high probability position. I still feel like that is still a high probability position, but we will see. Because clearly, like I said, if this candle closes below and we're not at least above this area, then hell no, we're not entering gold. I'm not entering that. And if I don't enter this because of those reasons, I'm definitely gonna enter and take that position even with a weak bullish candle. It's got to be bullish though. Is it? As long as it's bullish, yep. If it's too weak, nah, I ain't taking it. It's not worth it. But if it's there, yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna take the risk. So I mean, that's closing in a pretty ideal spot. Alright, so in the heat of the moment, I'm going to be looking at my MetaTrader. So with that being said, we're going to actually kind of switch over to this, and I want to go ahead and take a good look. See where these candles go. Let's see the most top body candles right about here. Let's put one. That's about right. Okay, so I just want to at least be above the bodies. The wicks is extra lit, but at the end of the day, if it closes with no wick at the top, we're not entering. If this candle closes with no wick at the top, I don't want to enter that. And I'm not gonna enter pound yen if it closes like this, bearish. I'll switch to my MetaTrader here. What's this about? Like 2 more minutes? Probably about a minute. Good thing there's still 4 minutes left. I feel like this candle will kind of pull back a little bit. That would be nice because then we can get a nice wick. It gives us more of a confirmation that we do have that, that want to push up. But if this candle keeps pushing like this and closes like that, ooh, no sir, senator. I think I'm gonna just hold back. So sometimes there's like impulsive entries can be pretty lit, but recently I just been trying to stay away from them because taking 1 to 2 trades every day. I just want to get my consistency down like 100% with candle closings and just being patient, holding my patience because impulsive entries are very good. I'm not saying I haven't made no successful impulsive entries, but to be consistent with those all the time, it can be pretty difficult. Not to mention, like, it's just in certain setups, the impulsive entries can be super helpful. And clearly, once it broke this wick, obviously that was kind of your impulsive entry there to kind of take that entry. But at the same time, um, I kind of like the idea of just being patient. Because 100% that was the idea right there. If you did want to take an impulsive entry, second it broke this wick would have been your entry. But, you know, I'd rather just stay patient, trying to build that consistency on candle closings and stuff like that. See how well I can perform. So then we got GJ doing pretty good too here. Decent, I would have to say, not really good. So if this is an ass backwards, like for instance, if this is like my stop loss is like 50 pips and then my take profit up here, and this is literally like, this has got to be my first take profit at this point. If this bitch is like, it's like a 50 pip stop loss and then like a 40 pip take profit, I can't enter that. This don't make sense. Like if that trade fucks me, it's gonna hurt me way worse than it would like, cause like there is a chance that once it hits this point, it's not gonna go up no more. Of course it can keep going, but we just don't know that. That's why I wouldn't want to take I wouldn't want to take that risk on, cause then it's just probability's kind of going against you a little bit, So we'll have to wait. We got a minute left, so this candle could just start rejecting back down. We get a better 1-to-1, but if it don't give us that 1-to-1, I ain't answering. So believe that. This ain't too surprising, the hourly is probably what will form that support, and then we'll probably get that entry. But on this one here, I might just stay patient. I might just see how gold perform. Not saying because I mean it's NYC, but just depending on how this closes, let me go ahead and take that off because I don't want to confuse people like I'm in a position at this point. This was just to keep me aware because it was kind of playing in between this spot, so that little line there is kind of helping me understand like um, where I was trying to answer once it just broke past the body, the candle bodies, not the wicks. The wicks is good for impulsive entries. Clearly, we broke this right here, which could have been your impulsive entry, but I'm fine with just staying out of it, because it is rejecting relatively a little bit and could reject even past that. So, it could actually put someone in, relative drawdown with that impulsive entry, and I just, I'd rather just go with where that mug's, closes. But anyways, let's go take a look at, yeah. So that hourly is probably what's going to have to close on that to make that retracement play, or we'll just probably keep continuing down, wait for another bullish candle for support on pound yen. Gold, we got 24 seconds to just get our parameters set, see what it's looking like. I don't think we're going to enter this, to be honest. Doesn't seem too promising here. It doesn't seem like our parameters make sense, which they don't. 425, 290. You got to stay out of that, It just is what it is. I don't want to take this buy position because the resistance is so close, This could just shoot up, but I'm staying out of it, and I'm sticking to that. I'm not gonna. I just accidentally hit open trade. I'd be so depressed. Watch I say that. It just shoots up. So this is like right before the job openings here. This is for JOLTS, so gotta kind of be careful with that too, So I'm not really tripping. This is good. This is good. This position can easily start flying up. No worries. Even if it does, hey, more power to you if you took the buy position, right? But me, I'm staying out of it. Staying out of it. Almost thinking about making me some tea. See if the 15-minute maybe had an entry. Which it might have. So 15-minute, you'd want like at least a 29 pip. 28 pip. See, there's 28 pips. I mean, there kind of is. That's like, I mean, this is one of those trades where, like, if you entered this, you strictly gonna go for your 1-to-1. You're just gonna be, and this could play out. It's almost there. It's like halfway there as we speak. So who knows? But to be safe, you'd want at least a 29 pip. I mean, you could go 28. Yeah, about 28 pip would be safe. And then, yeah, I mean, I could see it, honestly. It could easily work out. Maybe on the 15, but, you know, maybe on the 15 it'll work out. I can imagine it does, though. It's such a nice candle, you know? How couldn't it? So pound yen unsuccessful to make that support. We might make it right down here at 165, 46. You know, could be a big possibility there. Could be strictly going down right to hit that price level, and then at this point we'll create support. So I'm considering 165, 46 is going to be our support zone. And this trade actually might even work out. It's getting near that resistance, you know. And basically, once it hits the resistance, I think it's like a little bit above that great box. That's 28 pips, you know. Could have been, would have been a successful trade, right? But I don't want to enter on the 15 minutes, so I'm really not tripping about it. So that's what I'm kind of talking about. This would have been frustrating. Entering like a 15-minute position here, you know, because candle pushed up. I mean, you only need maybe about 2, 3 more pips for you to hit your 1-to-1. Um, that'd be quite frustrating. Of course, you could have put a tighter stop loss, but at the end of the day, it's just more risky to do something like that, you know? especially not knowing, obviously if everybody knew this candle print like this, I mean, obviously everybody would probably enter trade XYZ, do everything to be profitable, but without knowing or having any knowing, I always like to keep my wicks or my stop losses at least below, a little bit below wicks of the candles. Couple pips below liquidity wicks. That's the word. Just so everybody knows what I'm talking about here. A liquidity wick is this wick right here at the bottom, and this is a range wick. This right here is a liquidity wick, and this is a range wick on a bearish candle. Just flipped. I'd be depressed. That looks terrible. That was like so close, you know. We do have a bottom wick formed. That's what I like to see. And now we're starting to come up and form support. So pound yen might give us our position here. So we'll just wait. Oh. And today might be a day I might not even take a trade, to be honest. Might wait. But if you ask me something though, I would like to enter this buy position if there's a pretty nice support formed. I don't want to say I don't want a huge bullish candle, but I would like a bullish candle closing above that body of the bearish candle. That'd be pretty lit. Looks like it should give us that. If you were to enter that 15 minute, it will give you that full play. At least that's what it seems like. Coming back up a second time, I'd imagine it comes and at least hits this. So it's literally coming down right to where I want it to come down to. I almost guaranteed this next candle will give us that support. And this would have been successful. Very successful now. I mean, wow. Holy. I mean, that's NYC though, you know? In a time where it's so, like, all the time frames were all bullish on gold. 30-minute I stayed away from entering because it was just the 1-to-1 didn't make sense. But being so bullish also in a very volatile time, New York Stock Exchange. I will and I'm going to enter off a 15-minute. I'm going to enter lower time frame positions, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, only when my 30-minute, my hourly, my 4-hour, my daily, damn near my week, all in confluence, all with the same buys, all bullish, or vice versa bearish, right? In this sense, all of them was bullish. This 15-minute candle would have a fire entry, and the 1-to-1 would have relatively made sense. It was like pretty tight, but it would have made sense, and you would have smashed it at this point. So now knowing this, now seeing this, has helped me understand and gave me more confidence to trade off lower time frames in moments like this. You know, it's kind of how I'm taking it. Of course, you know it sucks. We missed the trade, I guess in a way. You know, but I don't really think it sucks too much. I didn't have too much confidence. Didn't have too much confidence. I did want to get switched. But seeing this now is like wowee. You know, can JOLTS keep that push up? We got 6 seconds till this 15-minute candle closes. Starts getting real tricky here up here though. But when we see news events, it doesn't give a shit at times. Yeah, this 15-minute just looks absolutely fire. Guys, to be honest, you could have entered the 15-minute right there on that close there. But see, it's just like, wow, you really gotta trust that 15 though. Cause this would have made sense right here for sure. About 25 pip stop loss. Pretty much 25 pip stop with. Yikes, dude. I was blind. I was blind in the moment. Holy. That's why it's important to switch your time frames, you know? You might see something you didn't. I was just going to the 30 minute. I did feel like I did go to the 15 minute before, but I was blind, right? Yeah, don't trade 5 minutes on pound yen. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, trading 5 minute candles on gold, hey, that's different. Gold be just moving different, though. But 5 minute candles on pound yen, you better be watching that thing for some time to feel that confident. I do not feel confident entering no lower time frames on pound yen at least. But gold, my goodness though, wow, what a this would have been a hell of a trade, boy. Hey, at this point, unfortunately, you just gotta just watch it fly. Pretty much. Damn, I can't lie. This is crazy. I was so blind. I should just enter right here. Whew. My goodness, folks, we might be waiting for pound yen for quite some time. Hey, pound yen doesn't do anything. Close the bulls at 9:30. We're just gonna end the stream. Unfortunately, we missed our opportunity here on gold. I'm just gonna let gold do its thing. I do not wanna enter anything, do anything off FOMO. This would be silly, right? So we're just gonna just chill now, I guess. It's gonna be kind of boring for anybody on stream. So anybody that's watching right now and is looking to see what I do, just kind of keep an eye out here on these. Every time a 30-minute candle closes, you know, if you're getting towards, you know, 8:58, you know, come back, open up the app or whatever, come check what see what I'm thinking, what I'm about to be doing. You know, when it's about 9:25, you know, 5 minutes before that candle close, you know, tap back in, see what I'm thinking, what I'm gonna do, because past 9:30, I don't think I'm gonna want to try and stretch anything out past that. I'm just gonna let it be. Let gold kind of ride out. I'm sure it can keep pumping up here soon, but very relatively, just like anything, once what comes up must come down. Vice versa. So what comes down must come up eventually. So you know, just gotta be patient here. honestly, if pound yen can give us that nice 30-minute candle bullish, I would feel pretty confident in that position. And I've been saying it for quite some time here, but I just I don't got too much confidence. I just have a little bit of fears trading with those lower time frames. You know, I'm not the best with them, but I just definitely break that fear, because that's what's going to be able to help my consistency overall by a lot, because you can find some really great entries on the lower time frame, especially if you're understanding your bias and you understand the overall trend. It can really be your best friend. So trading lower time frames here on gold is I think it's a great idea. You just gotta have experience, and you have to have you know experience and I guess overall wisdom. Because what's the difference between experience and wisdom? Experience would be, something that you could just learn and read in a book. Wisdom is something that you have learned, but at the same time you have applied the skill already and you have seen how the results have gotten you, so you have wisdom at that point. So you kind of understand how it works for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what wisdom is. That's why older people generally have wisdom, because they seen a lot and done a lot, so they got a lot of wisdom. And you know what though? I'll tell you what, not all wisdom is good, because some people have really bad wisdom and some people have good wisdom. So there's a big difference. You got a freaking 30, 40-year crackhead. He's got a lot of wisdom on the trap house and who got the best deals and what happened. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the best. That's not the best wisdom, is it? A guy that's been trading for quite some time, took some L's, but took some calculated risks, and keeps learning every single day, trying to make that stuff, trying to get it right. That man might have a lot of wisdom when he get older. Start hitting real good positive trades every day. That's a better wisdom. I'm just gonna stop looking at gold. Ooh, man, look at pound yen. This looks so boring and like, damn. I'm just gonna watch gold for a little bit, just because at least it's more exciting seeing it push up. And to see how much it will push up, because this is technically, I mean, we got one more, or not one more minute, but 7 more minutes up until those candles close. With this position coming back in a decent area, I mean, the JOLTS thing is starting up here relatively soon. We might be able to get an entry now. Only thing I gotta worry about here, I'm gonna start marking up like close resistances, because this is what makes it real tricky. It's like the best looking opportunity here on the 30 would be that right there. So let's go back. Got a minute 40. Okay, so pound yen still doing that. $98.47. Let's take a look. So we could enter one position here. It is closing above. Got 58 seconds. I'd imagine spreads start getting high. 30 seconds. $661 now though. It's pushed up too far. I don't think it's worth it. I know I just said this earlier in a position, but definitely not. I'm just going off 30-minute candles. It's pushed up too high. Which it's fine that it's doing that, but it's just like, yeah, it's just not worth it. I don't want to enter positions like that. Boom, would have most likely hit here, looking how it's looking, but spread's going crazy right now. Yeah, end up hitting. Like, that's cool. Very interesting though. So wow, gold just had, I mean, multiple relatively easy positions to enter on. I just like knowing that this is like the next little resistance here. I was like, oh, we could reject, and with high volatility news, I was like, man, I want to have a good one-to-one, and each time we're not able to have that. Yeah, folks. So honestly, I think at this point we'll just close the stream. I mean, just pretty much missed out some opportunities here on gold. You know, gold has plenty of opportunities here. Didn't want to enter these positions though. 30-minute time frame just didn't really give me the full one-to-one I was really looking for. Um, which is cool, but didn't want to make any silly decisions. Weak 15-minute candle. At that point, I'd rather just stick with the. I was just talking about how we should go with the lower time frames, but I was cool with just sticking with 30-minute there on that next one, especially with being the close of the 8:30 candle into the 9 o'clock candle. It's very funny to see though how much a difference this would have made. 23, yeah, like wow, that's crazy. Both times 15-minute had an opportunity for me though, so I can't say that it didn't. But with that being said, I think I really just need to hop off. Shit. That's what that means. You know, 15-minute missed the opportunity both times. Pound yen doesn't look like it's trying to flip, you know, maybe down here, but I think at this point I don't even want to wait till 10 o'clock or anything like that. Another few more candles. I think at this point, just gonna let it be. See how it performs at the end of the day today. Um, and yeah, you know, overall, it's for the experience. Fortunately, we didn't enter nothing on here this 15-minute. Could have been very profitable today with gold. Um, but it is what it is. All right, folks. Thank you guys so much. I will be here tomorrow for another trading session. Um, thank you guys so much for tapping in today. Unfortunately, sorry for the kind of a boring stream today. We really didn't get no positions today. Had very profitable opportunities. Didn't take any one of them. So that is what it is. Both those opportunities I didn't take because they were opportunities that were missed on the 15-minute time frame, and I was looking at the 30. So with that being said, when I know very volatile time period, we got news coming up, and not to mention all the higher time frames mixed with the lower were all bullish, trending bullish. This is the result here. Nothing but a bunch of fire entries and a whole lot of missed opportunities. But that's for today. Next time, I will make sure to act on these and make a profitable day. But guys, thank you guys so much for tapping into my stream today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday, and we'll make it happen. Have a great day, guys. Peace.